Hi, in this video I'm going to show you what I've learned about how to create a Khan Academy style recording. In order to do one of these webcasts, you're going to need some things, and this computer is a MacBook Pro, and you will need to have some tools to use. One tool you're going to need is Camtasia, which is a screen capture software. You can buy it as an educator for $79. And this is the Camtasia 2 for Mac. They have Camtasia Studio for PC, which is more expensive, and I'm not sure if it does more things. Anyways, so you'll need this, and then you will also need a Bamboo Tablet with the pen that you see there being able to be used as a cursor and for drawing, and you're going to see it's going to come in quite handy, and you can get those at Amazon for $79. And then you'll also need another free software. It's just an app that you can get called OmniDazzle, and it's for Mac only. You can use other things for PCs also, but this particular one allows you to make your pens different colors so that you can draw on the black background. Before you start your presentation, you're going to want to clean up your desktop, and so take any folders or files that you have on your desktop and just move them to a folder that you have. I call mine Tidy Desktop, and so there's all of my big messy desktop, but now it looks clean. And so the other thing that you're going to want is that this is actually going to be our working area, and you don't want picture there. For the Kahn Academy style, you're going to want it to be black, and so you'll want to come up here and go to System Preferences and select Desktop, and you're going to choose Colors. Let's see, we need a black, and so we're going to do this, and there we go. Now we have a black background. Now that you've got your black background, you are ready to begin drawing, but you need to open up your drawing software first. So here's our OmniDazzle. We're going to open that up. And before you actually start, you really should configure it so that you can get your pens set up with easy commands so that you can switch between them really easily. So you'll click on Configuration. And by the way, there are lots of other cool effects, but we're really just concerned about this one that's called Scribble, which is for drawing. And you can see that there's 4 different pens, white, red, green, and blue, that are shown here, and you can set up your own keystrokes for them. And so I just call them, white, I just called Control 1, Control 2 is red, Control 3 is green, Control 4 is blue, and then the clear screen is Control 0. Make sure that you put the control in front of it or something else, because if you just do it as 1, 2, 3, 4, then as you're typing, then all of a sudden you'll find that you have a pen in front of you instead of a cursor, so that will be an important thing. So at this point, now that you have OmniDazzle up and going, well, you'll notice that up here at the very top, if you've got the program open, you'll see the little OmniDazzle icon. You can try some of your commands. And so you can do Command 1, and you'll see there's a little dot there underneath my cursor. And if I click and drag, I can draw. To change color, I can go Command 2, and now it's red. Okay, and then Command 3, and now it's green. And Command 4, it's blue. Okay, you get the idea. Now, when you need to erase, though, unfortunately, you can't do just one at a time. When you push the Command 0, they all go away. So keep that in mind, and also realize that that was done with just your cursor. We haven't even touched the Bamboo Tablet yet. So also another thing to remember is that when you are in pen mode like this, and then you want to get out of it, and you can't, if you click and stuff, it's just also going to do and draw. So to get it back to the cursor, you've got to just push Escape, and there, you see it disappeared. Okay. Now that you've got your pen set up, why don't we see what it looks like when you try it with your tablet. So you go ahead and plug it in to the side of your computer with a USB, and you'll see that when I do that, the Bamboo dock pops up. I've got the pen in my hand, and when I bring it over the tablet, then now it's my cursor. You can see the Bamboo dock is open up here. And this also comes up, which as far as I can tell, most of the stuff is useless. The tutorial is pretty good just for getting it set up, but we don't need it, so we're going to close it. Okay, so I can give a color. So let's go ahead and, so I've got green, and I'll go ahead and say draw a plant cell, right? So this is so much easier with a pen than with the cursor. I mean, really, like a lot easier. So let's see, and I'm going to go, here's blue. So here's our nucleus, and let's see, let's go, here's the mitochondria. Anyways, you get the idea. Okay. Okay, now that we've taken a look at all, your tablet and the OmniDazzle, let's go ahead and take a look at Camtasia, and I'll show you what I have put together so far. This is where we left off. Down here is our timeline, and here's all the clips that I've put in there so far. I can't show you the record button, and I wish that I could because I am recording, and so I can't bring it up. It's sort of that chicken and egg sort of logic. But when there is a little pop-up that comes up that you can push record, and you can with Camtasia you can either do a screenshot as you see right now, or else you can do a video of yourself, you know, with a little camera that is in your computer. But we're just going to use this for only web shots. You'll also notice in that pop-up window that you can set the size of the screen that you want to capture, and it would seem to make sense that you would select YouTube if you're going to be posting your webcast to YouTube, but it's actually best to choose full screen when you're recording because you can reduce it later before you post. The tutorial that I watched also suggests that you don't use the built-in microphone, but that's all I have, and so that's what I'll be using. One thing you'll find is really important is to have a script ready. And so you'll see here's a copy of the one that I created. This was taken, the format was taken from the tutorial for Camtasia. So yeah, the script has been very, very handy in keeping me organized. So after you've gotten all your little clips together, they're over here in your media section right here. You see that they're just kind of lined up end to end here. These little green things are areas where I had asked it to transition, so you can choose these different transitions here, and I had chosen the fade in, fade out. So when it's at the end, then that's a fade out, and it's at the beginning, it's a fade in, and so you get this sort of effect here where, you know, it fades out and then fades in, such as that. One thing you're going to want to do too is when you're done with a clip is that you don't push stop. You should push pause instead. And the reason is this. Because when you push pause, which is right there, and I'm not going to push it or else it's going to stop like it did just a moment ago, you get more options than if you just push stop. And so when you're finished, then you know they all end up over here, and then you can click and drag them as I have put down here. Okay, and so I think that's going to end my tutorial for now. Thanks, I hope you learned a lot.